Hello friends, welcome back to the Craft Scraps. I know it's been the hottest of hot minute since I have made a video or done anything craft related, and honestly I just need to take a step back from crafting. I just need to take a break, but you know, we are back, and originally I was going to just say how 2020 was the worst year ever, and but you know what? We don't have time for that. We're here for crafting. And so that is what we're going to do today. So today we are making some wine glasses, and not just any wine glasses. I am going to show you guys how to cut out multiple colors of vinyl. I know there's like a glare so you can't really see it, but there was a video that I made a while ago. I don't know what it was, but I had used two different colors of HTV, so it wasn't vinyl, but same kind of concept. And I got a lot of questions on how did I make the, one part of the image green, how did I cut it out green, and I cut another part of it black. And I didn't go over it in the video because, I was probably just real lazy. So, but today I'm going to show you guys how to cut out different pieces of vinyl or different colors of vinyl. Super easy. It's literally going to be the easiest thing you do in 2020 because 2020 sucks. But anyways, so all you're going to need is a wine glass or anything you want, because if you want to cut out multiple pieces of vinyl for literally anything, I'm just doing a wine glass, but you can basically take the concept and put it to HTV or cardstock or whatever. So you're just going to need a wine glass. I'm using gold vinyl, pink vinyl, and white, and I'm using 651, so it's permanent. So it looks like this. It has the grid on the back and it says 651, and that's about it. So let's get started. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. So happy. Let's go. Alright, so to get started, this is the canvas that I've been working on. So you can see I've pretty much already done the legwork for these. I am making some wine glasses for a friend. She's asking these ladies to be in her wedding. So you can see this is basically the end goal that we're going to have. So we're going to have this name in gold, so this is the closest to gold I could find in here. We're gonna have this cut out in pink, and then these little flowers we're gonna have in white. And so just real quick, because this is probably the #1 question that I get on every single thing, is, well, just about like fonts and stuff like that. So this font is, the name is Magnolia Sky. And that I actually bought off of, did I buy it on, Creative Fabrica maybe? I don't know, but I purchased it, so I paid for it. This font here is called Four Seasons Home Decor. I think it's a Cricut font. I haven't been in here in so long, so I don't know what's a Cricut font. Yeah, it looks like it is because there's that access over there. So that's that font. This, like I said, is Magnolia Sky. I don't know why it's not. Oh, because I welded it. That's why. But anyway, that's Magnolia Sky. And then this flower I found just in images, and I think I literally just typed flower, and it's somewhere down here. So I will show you, hopefully. Yeah, so I'm pretty, no, I don't, is that it? No, I don't think that's it. Oh God, now they're all looking the same. Oh no. Okay, either way, whichever flower it is, I found it right here in Design Space, so it's easy for you to find. So I digress. So the point for this video is to show you how to change the colors for the different colors of vinyl that you want to use. So in my last, or one of my wine glass videos, or maybe a shirt video, I'm not sure, but there was something I had like the name one color, and then I had the like an image or something else a different color, and I didn't explain it, and I got a gazillion questions, and I don't know if I ever really answered it that well in the video. So I thought I'd just take a few minutes and show you here. So basically this is all one color, as you could see. Nothing is, the only thing that is welded together are like these letters here, but it's all separate pieces. So all you need to do is, so we'll start with the name. So the name, we want it to be gold. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to my little color palette, and I'm just going to click on this yellow. So as you can see, this yellow isn't already here in like the standard palette they give you, but how I got to that yellow is I just clicked it, and then I just played around with the colors over here. So the reason why we want to change our color is because while obviously our Cricut doesn't print in that color, it's basically going to tell our Cricut, hey, we're going to have this cut out in gold or yellow or whatever color you're having this represent, and then we're going to have these other elements of it cut out in a different color. So this is going to be cut out in pink, and then these flowers are going to be cut out in white. So I'm just going to do the same exact thing. So I'm just going to click on Bridesmaid, come up here to my color palette, and change it to pink. And that's basically it. And I know I've gotten questions like, you know, oh, my color, you know, my palette is in a different spot or whatever. So today is July 31st, 2020. Quite possibly the worst year ever, but 2020 nonetheless. So this is what Design Space for me looks like today. So if you're watching this like 2 years from now, it could look a lot different. So I've noticed that was another piece of feedback that I was getting a lot on my older videos when Design Space looked different. So that is that. So now we have our glasses basically all ready to go, ready to print, or not print, cut. So I'm going to come over here to make it. All right, so as you can see, our machine is basically telling us we're going to have a white mat here. So this is going to, all of these little flowers are going to be cut out of the white vinyl. We're going to have our pink mat. So this is going to be cut out of pink vinyl, and I am not loving how close these are together, so I'm just gonna give these some space. I know the goal, of course, always is to save as much vinyl as possible, but that was just way too close in my opinion, so I'm just gonna spread these out a little bit. And then of course we have our yellow or our gold mat, and again I'm just going to spread these out a tish just to make it a little easier on myself. So now we can come over here to continue, and so it's gonna find my machine. It's probably like, Lauren, where have you been? We've missed you so much. We don't even know if we're gonna be able to connect to your machine anymore because it's been that long. Just kidding, found it. Okay, so we're gonna choose our cut settings. We're gonna do vinyl. We're going to use our normal fine point blade, so nothing special there, and that is about it. So I will move you guys over to the camera so you can see what we're going to cut. All right, so as I showed you guys, these are the 3 colors of vinyl I'm going to use. So first, I'm going to make sure we're cutting out the white flowers. So as I also mentioned, we're just using our normal fine point blade. Just like, I don't know, I honestly don't even know what the last thing I made was. It's been a long time. So making sure our blade is good to go. And I'm using Oracle 651 vinyl. So this is permanent. So you can see it says a little 651 on there. So that means it is permanent. All of this is Oracle. So I'm just gonna put my white on here. Again, this is for my flowers. You guys, literally, I have not been in this craft room for, well, it's our bedroom, so like, yeah, I've been in it, but I have not crafted in a long time. I had to take a much needed mental break. 2020, it's coming for me this year, and I just needed to seriously step away. Okay, so we have our vinyl on our mat. Our light here is blinking, meaning we can put our mat or load our mat into our machine. So to load your mat, all you're going to do is hit this, and it's going to take in your machine. That was really gross. I don't know why I did that slurp sound. All right, so now that our Cricut light is blinking, we can cut. This video is not sponsored by LaCroix, but girl can dream, right? So meanwhile, while that is cutting, I'm just taking some rubbing alcohol. So it's just normal rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to clean the outside of my glass. So I get my wine glasses from the dollar store, and they are some of the best wine glasses. They're like nice and big, so there's lots of room to put stuff on it, and they're like really sturdy. So these are some of the best. All right, so our white mat is done, so I'm gonna take my flowers off. Now it's going to do our pink mat. My phone's about to die. All right, so now we're gonna do our pink mat. So same thing, I'm just gonna put my pink vinyl onto my mat, and I'm using the blue light grip mat. It's pretty much the only mat I use, honestly. Same cut settings, all that is good to go. And we will cut. All right, so while that is cutting, oops, sorry. So I'm just gonna trim this a little bit. And if you guys don't already know, you need to save your scraps because there's so much you could do with them, and I'll link the videos that I've made for how to use your scraps. So now what we're going to do is we're going to weed this. So basically it means we're going to take away all of this excess and we'll be left with the flowers. So let me see if I can bring this down a little bit more so you can see. All right, so I'm just going to peel up a piece of vinyl. So I just like to peel up a little corner, and then I'm just going to gently pull away, and hopefully I'll be left with the flowers, and then all we'll have to do is take out the middles. All right, so now I'm just gonna take out all the little middles of these flowers. All right, so we have all of our flowers finished. Our names are, or no, not our names, sorry, the titles, I guess, are finished. So I'm gonna take that off. All right, so now we're gonna do the gold. So I'm just gonna put this on my mat. All right, so now we're gonna load our mat with our gold vinyl. And cut. All right, and for these, I'm going to weed them individually just because the letters are kind of tiny, so I don't want them to get ruined. All right, so I'm gonna do the same process that I did for the flowers. So I'm just gonna peel up a corner and we're gonna get rid of the vinyl that we don't need. That's how you spell bridesmaid, right? I just looked at that and I was like, is there supposed to be an E at the end? And there's not, so we're fine. So then I'm just gonna go in and pick out the middles. All right, so our gold is finished, so we can put our machine away. And I'm just gonna continue to finish up these titles, and then we'll move on to the names. All right, so we have all of our little titles here. So now we just need to finish up the names. All right, so with these I'm also going to separate them just because I feel like they're easier to manage that way. And so for this video I'm only going to do one just to kind of show you guys how, and then I won't put you through the torture of watching me put all of these together, so because it's all the same. Okay. So let's do the maid of honor is Kirsten. Okay, so I need 2 flowers for her. So I'm just going to, same as everything I've already done, I'm going to weed out by taking up a piece. And so this font is very curly cursive-y, so you're just going to want to, if you use a font like this, just be careful you don't accidentally tear or lose one of your little like curly cues. Like this R always gives me a hard time because it's so skinny. So I just kind of like use my weeding tool to help me so I don't rip it. But this is definitely one of my go-to fonts for sure, is this Magnolia Sky. It's so pretty, and I like it for wine glasses because it's a nice like chunky cursive-y font. It's not too skinny or like wispy. So I'm just gonna get rid of these middles. Need my tweezers. It says like surgery, this R. And you guys, I know my nails right now are disgusting. I live in Southern California, and as far as I know, all of our salons are still closed. Or I guess you can like Some of them are able to do services outside, but I haven't found one, so just having to suffer. I'm just hoping I can at least get them done for my wedding, but honestly, I'm just the way that this year has gone, I'm not banking on it, so it's all good. So, okay. So, now we're gonna put everything together on the glass. All right, so I'm going to be using this transfer tape. This is the Expressions vinyl transfer tape. I was gifted this by Auntie Tay. It's the only transfer tape I use right now. It's my absolute favorite. It's like a masking tape, and it's amazing. So I'm going to look at my design. Okay, so basically how I'm going to have it is I'm going to have the name here, maid of honor here, and then I'll do the flowers on the side. So I think I'm gonna put the name on first, and I think this is like a perfect spot for it. It's like right in the middle. So I'm gonna take a piece of my transfer tape, and I'll link this below. Like I get lots of questions on this transfer tape because it is freaking awesome. And so a couple of things with wine glasses. One, it is difficult to put vinyl on a round surface, or sometimes it can just be very temperamental. So what I like to do is I'm going to put my masking transfer tape on the vinyl, so just like this, and then I'm going to scrape it down good. And this is like a silicone mat, so sometimes it's a little bit easier for me to put it on like a harder surface. And so I'm going to just peel up the backing. So I want to make sure just my vinyl is stuck to this transfer tape. So what I kind of like to like press and peel. I don't like just rip it off. I just kind of like roll it off, if that makes sense. It just seems to work best for me. So one thing that I like to do with wine glasses is I like to cut as much excess transfer tape off of this as I can. I just feel like it helps me a little bit put it on like a round surface like a wine glass. I don't know why. I found this little like, I don't know, trick or whatever on somebody else's when I was first learning, and I think it really helps. And also just cutting like little slits into the vinyl, or no, not the vinyl, oh my god, no, the transfer tape, because it just helps if part of the transfer tape gets stuck, it'll just like tear. So I think it makes more sense when I like do it. But so gonna place it where you want it, and I like to kind of start in the middle, like I'll press down in the middle first, and then I'll just like work my way out. Hopefully we don't get any bubbles, because that's something also that I've experienced with wine glasses is, or just things that are curved, it makes the vinyl get really temperamental. So I'm just gonna scrape this on or press it on. You guys, I'm sorry, I'm rusty with my videos. I haven't done a video in like months, so I'm a little rusty. All right, so I'm just gonna, kind of like how I peeled the backing off, I'm just gonna like do a little like peel and press. And with these little wispy guys, you might just have to kind of manually help it off the transfer tape. Sometimes those real skinny pieces just want to stay on the transfer tape. All right, so we have the name on there. So now we're gonna do her little title down here. So I'm going to use the same piece of transfer tape. Oh my god, it just fits. So awesome. So we don't have to waste. We can use the same piece of transfer tape. And so for this, I'm going to place it so the D is like right under that little curly Q for the K. So same thing, I'm just going to peel off the backing. Maid of Honor. All right. So I'm going to center this as best as I can, and I'm going to actually trim off the top of this transfer tape. And it already has little slits in it for me that I'm actually just going to cut off because I want to trim this. It'll just help me center it. Oh my god, the O just came off. Alright, so I'm just going to center this as best as I... Oh my god, this O is like... Alright, I'm just going to manually put the O on. That was annoying. Okay, so I'm going to place it here because I'm going to put the flowers on too, so I don't want to forget about those. So I'm going off my design. I'm looking at how I spaced it on my design space. So again, pressing down in the middle, and then I'm just going to work my way out. Alright, so I'm just going to now peel off the transfer tape. Alright, so now I'm just going to manually put this O back on with my tweezers. You guys, this is like a joke right now. I can't get it. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. We're good. That was so crazy. Okay, so now we have the name and her title. So now we're gonna do the flowers. And so I have a flower right here in this little corner. And then I have one above her first letter of her name. So for these, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna use transfer tape. I think they're pretty, well, maybe I will actually. No, they're pretty simple. It's basically just like a sticker at this point. So I'm just using my tweezers, and I'm just going to place it where I want it. And then we'll put this one right above her first letter of her name. I don't want it too close to like the lip of the glass. So that one's going this way, so I think I'll have this one kind of go like this way. Alright. Alright. She is done. Alright guys, there we have it. We have our finished wine glass, and you guys know how to cut different colors of vinyl. Super easy, super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm so happy to be back. It just feels so good to be back. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I know I kind of like let the comments get away from me, but I'm gonna try and start answering some of those. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, happy crafting.